No one knows what goes through a provider's mind, even the one that's living through it. Here's your chance to take a look to see if you know these things and to just take in reality.
Back in 2000, I was a homemaker, and I was a homemaker for hospice patients, and I was dealing with a lot of clients who was full-blown AIDS. Not knowing that God was leading me into something different, into working with, different individuals with who was HIV positive. Medicine back then wasn't advanced as it is now, but it was a lot of learning experiences that I took from it. 2 months ago, that was 16 years old, and she was pregnant, and she was HIV positive. And that took me somewhere way beyond, because you never can say that you're ready to hear someone say that they're HIV positive. I had to take a step out of my office for a second just to, to hold the tears back, because I'm saying, I'm questioning God, like, why her? But the thing is, to get to the bottom of it, is that the main thing that I wanted to do for her is just hold her and just hug her and comfort her, to tell her that everything was going to be all right, and tell her that she can live through the fact of being HIV positive, because they have so many medications out here that you can live an eternal life. And I just wanted to reassure.
My first encounter basically with AIDS was back at the very beginning of AIDS, and that was around 1981. The end of 1981, a young man who was the brother of one of my congregation came home because he was sick, and he was from Houston area, and they didn't know what was wrong with him, outside of Rochester, New York. And they finally, after a month or so, they discovered that he had this new disease, AIDS.
My sister passed away from HIV-related causes in 1996. She wasn't around to take advantage of what we have today, the technology we have today. These persons that's diagnosed today is very lucky, to be able to go to a place like where I work and get treatment, because it's much more to offer. And if you take care of yourself, you can truly live a long, normal life. We had a lot of ups and downs with my sister. I remember just trying to get someone to come and take care of her at home was near impossible.
I'm not gonna say hasn't been a struggle, but it has. When I was 9 years old, I lost my mom. She fought the cancer. She fought AIDS, but she didn't win. She died at 43. Now I'm 21. It's been a couple of years since I had her, and I mean, it's pretty bad that she's gone. But I mean, I still.
So when I first got into this field about 7 years ago, I remember this one gentleman. I worked in the Bronx and lived about 2 blocks away. I still remember him to this day and think about him sometimes. He was a gentleman that would meet me every block at the corner in a wheelchair. He couldn't walk, but I would buy him coffee every morning, and later I found out that he was positive, so he came to the agency. He spoke only Spanish, which was interesting because I was his case manager. I'm not bilingual, but I did my best every day, bringing him to medical appointments, bringing him to everything basically that he needed. I remember that he basically had nothing, but would always bring me presents to my desk, little things that he found, and always would say thank you. He never could pronounce my name right, but besides the point. I will say, to this day, I still think about him. It's probably about 8 years later. I don't know where he is or what he's doing, but I do think about him a lot, and I hope that he's okay.
I was affected by HIV sexually, and I've been living with the virus since for 18 years. I don't have many struggles, only when I'm stressed out. That's just basically it. Just having to take my medications, that's been my problem when I'm mostly stressed out, but I'm on point with it.
The biggest challenge for me is taking my meds. To this day, I'm still taking my meds, because I just feel as though I don't want to live without it. I want to live without HIV, but every day taking my meds is a reminder that I have HIV.
The one you see, the one you work with, even he goes through everyday struggles and even wishes for it to go away.
You know, a lot of people can't cope with being positive. But the things that I've seen in this community now, that it's the youth that don't know. They have no clue. They thinking, you know, we go out there and we partying and doing drinking and doing all sorts of crazy things. We're not knowing the responsibilities of having safe sex. You know, I always tell them, 5 minutes of pleasure could be a lifetime of pain. You know, and they have to be more aware of that. It's just that easy. It's like a one-hit or quit, I call it.
What keeps me motivated, besides my faith in God, is seeing how well so many of the clients are doing. I mean, they're totally living normal lives. They look like you and I, like nothing is going on. And even some of the girls in my women's group, how they've changed over the year. I mean, it's truly a blessing and an honor to be able to work with them, and as long as they continue doing well. And just being able to work at the center every day, I get to witness God's work, and that's what keeps me motivated.
I have a whole lot of family and a whole lot of friends, more family and friends than I have like paternal family. I have a lot of family and friends that's not paternal, and that's the excellent thing about it. And being able to get a job in this field when I was diagnosed.
I think I'm still amazed by how many people work in this field, love this field. I think people are not always aware of what this field is and what it entails and what it is that we're doing every day, and that we're still needed in the year 2013, but we definitely are. I think we're still going strong with trying to help people, and that's the way I think it should continue. But really, for ourselves here, I think our main purpose should be more to just bring awareness to Hudson County of not only what the services are that are here, but that people should be tested so they don't have to come here and get the services. I just want people to be more aware, get tested, know their status, and if they need us, that we're here, and we're definitely going to be here to help them.
The strength that I've seen from individuals who are positive creates a strength in others around them, and I think that individuals have become so much more supportive of one another in this arena than I see in other segments of society.
Just take care of yourself. Go to your doctor. Or you're going to wind up meeting a person like me, the outreach nurse. And if you come to me, that means you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Okay? And I have to lovingly guide you back in. But if you take care of yourself, you can so live a normal life.
I work, I go to school. I basically do everything else that a normal person would do. So I basically include myself as a normal person. Nah. I'll say a main contributor to me keep going would be my brothers and Evelyn and the people at the Center for Comprehensive Care. I say those are the main contributors because they're always telling me take my meds. You can live life. You can do what you got to do. You can still have kids and babies and all that. Also, I mean, I see myself as a contributor because, I mean, I live with it every day of my life, and I get it done. And there's nothing really stopping me, so yeah, that's it.
What are some advice you can give to other people who are either dealing with family members or friends who was living with the virus or living with it themselves?
Not to be afraid of them, and love them no matter what. You know, love them, and to be open, you know. Sometimes they just need somebody to talk to. And if you don't have anybody to talk to, you know, it's very hard to live.
And I think that's a definite plus, the caring for one another. And I think that's another reason why I stay involved, is that there is definite caring community.
There is a life after being infected, and that